Okay, so welcome to your course. This is subject to 101. So this is not for someone who is trying to build a huge subject to business. Again, the intention of this course is just to help you get 2 or 3 houses this year with no money or no credit. Now, if you want to do more, great. Of course you should. I encourage it. And if you do less, let's say even if you close 0, in the course, I'll show you how to make that profitable as well. I am Professor Ashley Jackson. I have a master's degree in education. I also have a certification in professional development from Sam Houston State University. That just means in sum, I have all of the licenses and state certifications that says I am qualified to teach adults. My email is info@jacksoninnovates.com. I will let you know that is managed. So that is not the email where you want to send anything very personal. That is strictly about the course only. Office hours, as we discussed, Thursdays, 1:30 to 2:30, urgent only, appointment only. For this full course description, my goal is that for everyone here to be able to close at least one subject to property within 12 months. If I can do that, I know that I have met my personal goals for this course. 1 second, guys, we have a couple people coming in. Are there prerequisites for this course? Absolutely not. So even if you have no real estate experience, I am teaching this from the perspective of someone like me, someone who has no money, no credit, just starting out, and just like starting in this industry. So if you don't have any previous experience, no worries, this course is still for you. If you have lots of experience, this course is also for you, as I still subject to every day. So I am sharing new practices. They're up to date, literally what I do right now. Learning outcomes, I want you to be able to source, analyze, and purchase subject to investment properties. That is my sole purpose here. That is why I created this course. I just want you to be able to go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I try to do it in a 6-week time frame, but I don't want to put that pressure on you guys. Although we do offer this face-to-face, and this is the first time where I'm doing the online platform for this particular course, I did it exactly how I would teach it face-to-face with videos, instructional materials, and everything. So you're not missing anything. What questions do you guys have so far just about what I've shared? All right, let me ask you this in the chat. Give me a 1 if this is aligned to what you were looking for. If you were just looking for just 2 or 3 houses this year, no money, no credit, is that aligned to what you wanted? Give me a 1 if that's aligned to what you wanted. I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. So this is not, and if you know me from the corporate world, I don't want you to think this is where I'm going to come in and like train your team. This is not that. This is Ashley teaching personal private clients, not the corporate world. So again, 2 to 3 houses is our goal for this year. That's it. All right. Let me go ahead and launch another poll then while we're at it. I would like to know, let's talk about what is the best cohort size for you. So a cohort essentially means that's who you're going to be working with for the most part. That's who's going to be keeping you accountable. So some of us do better in small groups. Some of us don't really like to go personal that fast, and you prefer like a larger group or a more medium-sized group. Totally understand. I'm a middle of the road type of person too. Other people are just like, hey, I don't mind the big seminars. I just want to get the information, and I'm sure I can apply it, as long as I have some support. So whatever works best for you, please go ahead and take a moment to vote now. And again, I use all of this in how we roll out the course. If you've never gone to college, welcome. This is what college is like on the first day. You tell your mama you made it. If it's been a while since you've been to college, yep, not much has changed. Everything is still super organized. All right, let's get into the 6-week coaching outline so we can know what you can expect for the next 6 weeks. Now, of course, it is self-study. So once the 6 weeks finishes, you still have up to 6 months to access the information. I don't think you'll need that long, but as much time as you need, take it. Week 1 is all about planning and goal setting. You can almost call that mindset week. That is the week where we're going to build your foundation of what are the basics of subject to, what's the vocabulary, what terms should you be using, are you organized, do you have the right mindset to even start subject to? A lot of people always ask, Ashley, do people are just going to give me their house? And I'm like, we need to get to week 1. We got to get that mindset, because if you don't believe people are going to give you their house, they're not going to give you their house. It all starts here. Week 2, we'll get into exit strategies and marketing. The purpose of that is to get profitable first. Remember, I am teaching this course from the perspective of someone who has no money, no credit, needs to get a check, just like I was trying to supplement my income. So that is why week 2, we are going straight into marketing. We are going right into getting your phones ringing. Week 3, we're going to talk about due diligence and deal analysis, because if we're doing week 2 right, your phone is going to start ringing. And in week 3, you're going to need to start analyzing some of the deals that are coming across your desk. Again, we just want 2 or 3 houses for the year. So I'm not going to set you up to get, have crazy, lead generation and your phone was just blowing up. But I do need to get your phone ringing enough so we can get you a deal pretty quickly. In week 4, we are going to talk about closing, disclosures, and documentation. Again, if you are following the course day by day in the way that I hope that you are going to need to start learning how to close by week 4. That's a whole month of marketing already going. People are going to be calling you, okay? Week 5, management and team building. This is not what you think. This is not where I say, now we're going to hire and grow and scale. That's the corporate Ashley, right? In this scenario, just talking to private citizens, I'm just going to teach you how to leverage realtors, how to use your closing attorney, how to use your title company. So that's what I mean by team building. And then in terms of management, well, once you own that property, there are going to be some things that need to be managed. There's going to be bills and escrow and taxes. And so it's my responsibility to make sure that you know what to do once you have the house in your possession. And then finally, in week 6, that's when your final project is going to be due. I mentioned, I don't know if you signed up a little later, you might not have gotten this email, but we had a seller who was open to us using her house as a practice house. So during the 6 weeks, we really are going to be working on a real subject to deal, like in real life. And so I'm going to make that a part of our final project. We'll talk more about that later. And then all documents will be released after 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks, I'm going to give you everything that you need to close, to literally go out there and buy a house like that same day once you get your documents. I do this on purpose, and I want to be very upfront with this. I do not give the documents to everyone. I do not give the documents to everyone. I can only remember 2 instances where I did not give the documents, and it was because they were making comments along the lines of, these sellers are suckers, and, if they're stupid enough to give me their house, I'm going to take it, and just very things that I felt were immoral. And if I feel that way, if I sense that, I will not give you the documentation, because I've seen what happens when bad investors go and do bad things. And I don't want that on my conscience. I like to sleep at night. All right, guys. So that is why at the end of the 6 weeks, we determine if you're going to get the documents or not. Now, here's the thing. After 6 weeks, you'll still have the information. I mean, you can still go to your closing attorney and they can give you whatever they need to. So you'll still have the information, but I hope and pray that none of us end up being like those 2 people who just didn't have a heart for people. All right, let's talk about some goal setting this year. We're going to get into the week 1 lessons. I know you can see it on my screen. I promise I'm going to get there, but I just want to make sure that I'm breaking it up and giving you guys some time to talk and some time to get some goal setting in. So let's talk about intention. Let's really talk about why you are taking this course. Here are some main intentions that I hear often. Doesn't mean it's yours, and I would love to hear if yours is different. Some major intentions that I normally hear. Number 1, I want to retire. I am ready to retire. I need something that's passive, that's going to bring in cash flow to supplement me as I go into the next phase of my life. Hear that a lot. Investment. I hear a lot of people saying, like, I just need to learn subject to so that I can invest in properties and leverage those properties to get more. So if you're that person, you're in the right place too. I hear people say a lot, I just want to start my portfolio. I want to become a real estate investor. I don't have, a whole lot of money to put into it. Maybe I have other businesses right now, but I know this is something that I want to do. So I want to start my portfolio this way. I also hear investors say, I want to expand my portfolio. I've maxed out, the bank won't give me any more money. I've already taken all the mortgages they'll give me, but I want to expand. I don't want to cap out. So I need to learn another way to buy houses. And then finally, I hear second stream of income. I hear people say, I just want a second stream of income. I'm going to keep my 9 to 5. I'm going to keep my same, lifestyle, but I just heard that subject to and owner financing is pretty passive, and I just need a little extra coming in. Very rarely now, since I'm not in the corporate world, do I hear people say that they are doing this to become professional buyers. But if you are, that's fine too. I'm going to teach you the exact same way that I teach my corporate clients. So if that is you, you want to be a professional home buyer, that is what your goal is, got you, you're also in the right place. So those are the top 6 reasons why I hear people want to come and join this course. So I'm interested to hear yours. I'm interested to hear, what are your intentions for this year? Why are you here? What are you planning to do with this information? And I would really love to know how many houses you plan on buying this year with this strategy, not if you're already doing other stuff, but just with this strategy. So tell me, how many houses are you planning on buying this year? And what is your intention? Is it retirement, expanding your portfolio, starting your portfolio, professional home buyer, just a side hustle? What's bringing you here today? And yes, this will be available in a replay. 3 houses, financial freedom. That's absolutely doable. I like that we're already being realistic with the goals in the chat. Yes, 3 houses is absolutely a realistic goal. Financial freedom. What else? What else? How many houses do you want this year? And what are your intentions? Why this course? Why subject to? I will say I'm glad y'all are in this first cohort. Because I didn't think it was going to be like this crazy, but y'all, we already, I don't know if I announced this, we already sold out the course, and the course hasn't even released. It doesn't even release for another 30 minutes. So I'm kind of glad y'all are here, because you get it before everybody else. And then once the course becomes like available everywhere, whatever, y'all are already doing it and it's not saturated. So y'all learn this and kill it before everybody start, subject to it and all that stuff. 3 to 5 houses. Okay, expanding portfolio, that is realistic. I like that. Someone who already has experience, they're expanding their portfolio. So they're saying I can do 5 houses, which I do believe that is realistic if you're already expanding. 2 houses this year, 1 for family, 1 for investment. You sound like me. Financial freedom, 4+ houses using subject to as heck yes. If you are using subject to in addition to wholesaling, you're already going to kill it. You're already going to kill it. That's what most wholesalers do. Honestly, you wholesale, you hustle, you get tired of that. You kind of grow up and mature. You're like, or you just grow up and build the business out for wholesaling and let it run itself. And then you move on to the big daddy stuff, the big mama stuff. Good job. Oh, I like that. 2 houses this year for rentals. Absolutely. 4 houses this year, start portfolio, help my parents get a house. Yep. I don't know if you know my story, but that is what I did too. I bought a house for my cousin. I do that as well. I'm right along with you guys. Nothing wrong with doing it for the fam. Yes, move from being a renter to a homeowner. I forgot to mention that I do have seen a big increase this year of tenants taking the course to buy the house from their landlords. That has been this is the first year I've seen a huge increase of that. 4 houses. Okay, we all have reasonable goals here. I love it. A house for our family, and then 3 on top of wholesaling. Yes. Now, I strategically say this course is going to give you 2 to 3 houses because I know there is a law that we'll discuss in your course, the Dodd-Frank Act, and it is going to limit how many houses you can buy and sell with owner financing. And so that law is going to limit you to 3 houses per year before you have some additional guidelines. If you're married, you can also use your spouse, and you guys can do 3 and 3. So that is why I intentionally say this course can get you 2 to 3 houses, because I know if you don't want to be a big bad investor, once you get past 3, you are going to be treated like one, and it does change a bit. So 2 to 3 houses is an excellent goal. Absolutely leaving a legacy. Yes, that is what properties do. I love this, man. Y'all are not playing today. Y'all are not playing today. I love this. So I told you guys this is my first time really teaching this to the private client. Every time in corporate, it always comes down to some bottom line, some percentage. And I love seeing in here is my kids, my grandkids. What is the point of working your whole life if you're not taking care of the next generation? There's really no point. All right, guys, let's get into another poll here really quickly. All right, let me end this one. I'm going to share the results so you can see it real quick. Looks like most of us prefer the smaller sizes. I do too. Okay, I'll stop sharing that one and we'll get into the next one. All right, last one. I just need to know what day you want to meet. I know that's right, Sean. 8 homes, you got it. I kind of know your story a little bit, so I don't doubt that is a very reasonable goal for you. What day should we meet, guys? for the Q&A for our weekly meeting, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday? I know we already determined that evenings work better for everyone, but what day works best for everyone? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday? Oh, do not do this to me. I was about to say you guys will not do the three-way split. Okay. Yes, Mike. Yes, and depending on where you live, it's going to change too. Like here in Texas, we just had some laws that just recently changed in January. But in the course, I'll give you resources so you can look up your own laws to kind of see how it applies to you. Great question, Mike. All right, looks like Thursdays work best for everyone. Okay, Thursdays work for me too. No worries. Of course, I'll keep that Saturday for my 9-to-5ers who absolutely cannot miss work, because I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here, and then I'll share the results. All right, looks like Thursdays are going to be our day to meet, Thursday evenings. All right, cool. Works for me. I'm going to show you guys some simple goals. I want to show you just how simple they can be. So today, our goal is to, number one, figure out how many houses you want to buy this year, which we just put in the chat. And now we're going to reverse engineer that and figure out what we need to do for the rest of the year so that we can meet that goal. Keep it simple. Take a look at this timeline that I used in another course. So simple, guys. By April 1st, I'll attend one RIA meeting. A RIA meeting is a Real Estate Investor Association meeting. I'll meet the title company and an attorney, and I'll review the Dodd-Frank Act. And then by May 1st, I'll join an online subject to group. I'll get a handyman to help me with estimates, and I'll send a marketing video to 100 people a week. By June 1st, I'll make 5 offers a day on FSBO, 6 calls a week for marketing, and close a deal. By September 1st, I want to close another deal, have $20,000 saved, and $350 cash flow a month. Keep it so simple, guys. It doesn't. Now I have a long version that will be in your course if you're that person, because I tend to be that person too, but you really don't need it for this niche. This niche is very simple. So keep it easy, keep it simple, keep it reasonable. Now, if you're a real estate like hustler, especially if you're like a realtor or a wholesaler and you are like used to the hustle and bustle, you're probably looking at this like, this is it, like that's all I have to do, like this, but that's easy. Yeah. That's the point. And that's why I'm marketing this course with just 2 to 3 houses a year. Because if you're just doing 2 to 3 houses a year, just these small little steps will get you 2 to 3 houses a year using this niche. This example is also in your course documents in case you prefer the simple version. But as you're doing your goal setting, I just want to make sure that you know it can be very simple, but only put things on there that you know you're going to do. For instance, I'm not social, right? I am a super introvert. So going to a RIA meeting is not going to happen for me. Your girl is not going to a meeting. I'm not meeting strangers. I am like the awkward person like sits at the table like this, like, oh my God, they're going to talk to me. So that wouldn't be on my goal list, right? I'm only going to put things on there that I know I'm going to do. Maybe instead of going to a RIA meeting, maybe I'll go to an online Zoom meeting and I'll just kind of lurk in the background or something. Still getting the same information, still learning about the same people, but I'm tailoring it to what I know I'm actually going to do because I want to reach my goal. So I challenge you to do the same. In the course, I am going to ask that you upload your short-term goals to our Facebook group, and that will be a part of your assignments for this week. It is so easy, guys, to blow off this week. It's so easy to blow off the planning. It's so easy to blow off the organization part, but I'm telling you, if you do not get the organization in this week, it will be very difficult for you to keep up the next 5 weeks. So please, whatever you do, do not skip this part. This is not the week that you want to skip. This is the week that you want to, if you skip any week, don't let it be this week or next week. I think the first 2 weeks are like the most important. After that, if you need to go self-paced, go self-paced. All right. Last thing I want to introduce to you guys before we get into the Q&A is your life plan. Your life plan, I'm also going to go into deep in the course, but I want to just briefly explain it to you. Your life plan is the most important thing that you'll do this week, because everything that we'll be doing for the course will be aligned to whatever you put in this life plan. So make it things that you actually want to do. Make it things that are big. We don't want like any, small goals, you know, like I'll be able to pay my rent every month. No, 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 no. This is where you go big, because this is where we're going to like put in the work to get there. All right. There are some areas that I suggest you use. Again, you have this exact template. You have all of my examples already preloaded for you. You are more than welcome to use them if you'd like to. But by the end of this week, I would like to see your life plan. You can email that to me because that does tend to be a little bit more private. But the reason I need your life plan is so I can keep you accountable to it. I need to know what you say you're working toward. And that way, when we're having our coaching sessions, or if you're coming to office hours, I know exactly what I'm holding you accountable to. I'm going to say, hey, you told me that you were going to help get the kids ready for school each weekday. Where are we on that? So make sure that you take the life plan seriously. I believe this is one of the most powerful tools that you'll get in this first week. I believe that is all that I need to cover in terms of the syllabus, in terms of the course overview. I have to show you guys your week 1 snippet, but please, I'm not going to spend a lot of time because it's already on Teachable. I'm not going to just reteach whatever's already on there, but I do want to just show it. That way, if you have questions, well, you can ask them right now. You don't have to wait all the way until next week. All right, so let's go look at what this week is going to look like. You guys can see this. All right. For week 1, we have 12 major lessons for week 1. If I were you, I would try to knock out 3 or 4 videos a day. They're all very short. None of them exceed 10 minutes on purpose. I made sure that they're, you know, small and bite-sized. So the Welcome to the Mortgage Takeover course is exactly that. It's going to get you into goal setting. Then we'll talk about your life plan and mindset. When we talk about mindset, that could be whatever it means to you. Some of you are spiritual, some of you are religious and you like devotionals. Some of you prefer quiet time with yourself. Whatever you feel like you need, make that. But the point for mindset is you need to do it every day and you need to do it consistently. Goal setting and course intentions, we're kind of knocking some of that out today. Organization, calendars, and routines. Credibility and character, we will spend a lot of time on that throughout the entire course. Your business model canvas is just a 1-page business plan that we'll do together. Your value proposition is just a 1-page marketing plan. Again, with the marketing, I told you guys we have to start it right off the bat because I need your phones ringing so we can get some deals closed. Morals and ethics, course overview, subject to in a nutshell, exit strategies, terminology, and real estate jargon. And then down here just kind of shows you what to expect in terms of assignments. Now, the way that the course works is once you watch a video, you will need to watch at least 90% of that video before it will let you go to the next section. Here's why. We're talking about finance. We're talking about trusts, like real estate trusts. Like we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars transactions. I'm not going to just let you click through my course and then go off and think you're going to buy somebody's house. It's not happening. So you must click through the course. You must show some competency of what you learned in the course. Not like it's going to be a graded quiz or anything like that, but I do want to see if you're learning and if you're keeping up. So that's what this week is going to look like. I know it seems like a lot, but everything's small. It's 12, but it's like 12 times 5 minutes. So like 60 minutes, an hour, you can do it. So that is all that I have in terms of getting you guys introduced to this week. The document that you see here is already in your course document. So you'll already be able to, look back at it whenever you need to. We have a few more people in the waiting room. What questions do you guys have? I know I just went over a lot. I know it was fast and furious, but we got some houses to buy. Putting my email in the chat. I'm excited too, Cynthia. I am turned up. I am literally like trying to tone it down for y'all, but we've been like listening to music all day, like pumped up, excited.
We definitely don't seem antisocial, by the way, actually.
Thank you. You know what? I had to make my own group. I had to make my own tribe, man. I had to make my own. How do we know the short-term goals to make according to our own goals? Perfect. It's in your course. So in your course, it'll be a video and it's going to show you exactly the thought process that you should go through when you're making your goals. And I'll even give you a scenario of 3 other investors who might resonate with who you are. And I'll tell you what goals they made, and maybe one of those goals will resonate with you. Good question, good question. Oh, the course, you just access the course through Teachable. So you just go through to teachable.com, you just put your login and the course literally should appear. You should already have a test up there. I think we did a test video of organization. So if you already see the test, then you already know you're good for the rollout. So at 7 p.m., you will see literally the whole first week just all roll out at once magically. What other questions do you guys have? And this is your course. I am your professor. I am here. I am not a guru. I am a college professor. So I really am here to answer your questions, and I'm happy to.
Yeah, I saw someone said, can we close a deal within this 6 weeks?
Oh God, yes. Yes, I'll show you my case study actually that'll show you how I closed my very first deal, and it was within 6 weeks. But I always, good question, Shah. I always preface it with this though. You guys have to remember at that time, I literally had just been told I either had to choose between my job or my family. I was pregnant with my 3rd baby. I had 2 kids at home, and I had a husband like, girl, if you're leaving that job, you better bring home a check. So mine was like fast and furious, like crazy. So that's why I do the 6-week version of it, because I literally take you in 6 weeks. You should be able to buy a house in this time together and close it within these 6 weeks. But I only do that from my own perspective. So good question, Sean. Heck yes, you should be able to knock it out the park by the time you finish this. Yes, the Q&As are live. Good question, Jerry. Yep, I am not one of those gurus who's going to play a webinar for you and pretend that I'm there. We are going to be live every single time with you and I listen to your feedback. So for instance, when I've done this course in the past, some people might say, Ashley, I still don't understand the deal analysis, man. Instead of Q&A, can you just come back and just reteach the deal analysis for us? No problem. It's literally real time. Whatever you guys need is what I tailor the course to. Good question. Hey, Jessica, I'll touch on that. Will you cover the criteria of how you will determine to buy and hold and which to sell? I'll touch on that because we'll do a whole lot of deal analysis, but I will say this course, I'm going to focus more on owner financing, because remember, this course is about somebody who has no money, no credit, and they need to get a check right now. And in this niche, the fastest way to get the biggest check is to sell with owner financing. But I will hit on all of the other exit strategies as well. And you should be able to use that to determine if you want to sell it or if you want to keep it. But yes, the most I'll be focusing on is owner financing, getting that check as soon as possible. Question. Yes, the Dodd-Frank Act is only if you're going to be selling it with owner financing it. If you're just going to be buying them, then it will not apply to you. And we'll have a huge section on legal and property code, so no worries. And I'll even give you the link to the property code. Remember, guys, I'm a professor, right? I'm not a guru that gives you the information that I know and then I hide where I got it from. I'm a professor. I'm going to cite my sources. I'm going to tell you exactly where to go to find it, and you will have access to those laws. Yes. And also to the SAFE Act as well. Good question. Make sure I'm doing all of this. The subject to work for credit or just no credit? Oh, either way. So when I first started, I had 0 credit. I'm talking about if the credit score could be negative 100, I would have had that. So I bought houses then, and then I'm able to buy houses now where we don't have those credit issues. So yes, it's either way. But this course is going to focus on the person that's buying it with no credit. I will give some references and some shortcuts for people who do have credit, but this is coming from the perspective of I don't want to use my credit for anything. I don't want to use any of my cash. I'm still cutting out. I'm sorry, guys. We have like the best internet. I live downtown Houston. Like there should be no reason for me not to have the best connection ever. I'm so sorry. Sure, I'm getting everything. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, the meat and potatoes, Diamond. Yes, ma'am. That is the fun part. That is the funnest part. That is the part that I thrive in. If you didn't come to the Q&As to meet me, I also have an MBA in finance. And so when we start talking about like the deal analysis and the structure, like you will literally see me like Fawning, I love that kind of stuff. It makes my heart happy. Very happy, yes. Meat and potatoes is the best part. But I think the best part is week one, because week one, once you get organized and get the mindset, you can actually enjoy weeks 2 through 6, and it's not like you're struggling to, stay above water. What other questions do you guys have? Let's see. I would say spend maybe an hour a day studying the course here. I would say I would start it in the mornings with your morning routine if I were you. That way it's fresh in your mind and the rest of your day is kind of already aligned to what you're doing here. What other questions I hear a lot? Family, let your family know that you are doing this. Let your family know that you are going to need some time. You are going to need just a dedicated hour a day to knock this out. Ask them to support you. They're going to have to help you with the kids just for a little bit. You can't be folding laundry on Thursday nights when we're meeting. This is serious. Like, this is real life. And I say this a lot. I don't want to scare anyone, but you have to remember, we're talking about like $250,000 deals. Like that's $250,000. So, I love my kids too, but I can't be coloring and playing crayons with them when I'm learning how to break down a subject to deal. It just doesn't match. It's too much money on the table. It's too much. Mindset is so foundational. Facts. Mindset is so foundational. Facts, facts, facts. Nobody in their right mind is going to be able to do well in this niche if you don't believe that people will just give you their $250,000 house, because you're going to talk yourself out of it every time. Meanwhile, you Google it and there's 10,000 of us buying houses like this every day. So if you have a mindset that makes you believe that 10,000 people can go out and buy a house this way every day, but for some reason you can't, you really got some mindset work to do. I've been where you are. You really got to work on your mindset. But I can tell you, if 10,000 of us can do it every day, I feel pretty confident that you can figure it out. Somebody said, I can't tell my kids that. Listen, you were talking to somebody who has nursed the baby at the closing table. So trust me, I understand where you were coming from with that one. I don't know if you follow my Facebook, but I always post about how I had a baby at home. I had a home birth, and 2 days later, I was signing closing documents. So trust me, I understand. The link to Teachable, I'll put it here, but if you're in this meeting, that means you already have the link, or you wouldn't even have gotten the email. But let me put it there just in case. Mortgage takeover.teachable.com. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, we still have 9 minutes here, and you invested in this course, so I will never leave early. I am going to stay here until 7 to make sure that you get everything that you need. But while you guys think of your questions, I just have to say I am excited for you. I know what this course has done for me and my family. I know the lifestyle that I live now compared to then. And I know it's going to change your life. I know it is. I had a chance to rewatch this course like 50 million times getting ready for today, and I still think it's a good damn course. So I'm excited. I'm so glad you guys are going to be going on this journey with me. Yes, of course you can get a house without escrow and use a mobile notary. Yes. Oh my gosh. In the course, I teach you that. I didn't mention none of the good stuff. I got to get better at marketing, y'all. I got to get better at marketing. In this course, I give you all the closing documents. So if you want to close at your kitchen table tomorrow, a subject to deal, and not use a closing company because you don't have the money for closing costs, you will have all of the documents. Y'all got to get your girl better at marketing. I forgot to mention all the good stuff. Yes. Nope. Escrow is not needed because you will use a company that we'll discuss in the course. I use escrow specialists, but I give you a couple of other options as well, and they will be the ones who will take care of the escrow for you. And that will be a part of the management course that we talked about a little bit earlier. Yep. Oh, I thought about everything. I'm telling y'all, listen, I am not a guru. I am a real professor. Literally, it is my job to build curriculums for colleges and design content and make sure that adults like you can go from the first day of class, not knowing much, to the last day of class, having a true competency for it. So ask the questions. I love it, but pretty much anything you can think of that you need for support, I have likely already thought about it, and it's already uploaded and ready to go for you. I'm a real teacher. I love this stuff. You can actually Google me too. I don't know if you know that. You can Google Ashley Jackson, Texas certification, and you'll see superintendent and principal. I don't lead with all that stuff, but I got all the letters behind my name too. All right, you guys, any more questions? We got about 5 more minutes. I saw something about an apartment complex. Let's see. Link for Thursday calls will always be here. We'll keep the same link every time. That way you don't have to be like searching around my page or anything like that. It'll always be the same every single week. Good question. The first office hour on March 10th. Yes, office hours begin immediately. Yep, starting today. And this is all I'm doing, guys. I am not doing any of my other businesses right now. The only reason I'm even doing that subject to deal is because she's allowing me to show you guys how to do it over these next 6 weeks. So this is all I'm doing. I am 100% dedicated and committed to you. So yes, office hours, everything starts today, right now. Yep. Let's see here. Please don't, oh, sorry. Yes, so the REI professors, we are going to put a pause on that only because all 3 of us are doing courses right now. So Marina is working on her Airbnb course. Dan is working on his syndication and financing course. And then of course, I just finished my subject 2 course. So we all need to focus on our individual students first who pay us. And then we'll bring the free one back as soon as we finish this, like the first week of May, we'll bring back the real estate professors so we can really give it the attention it needs. But right now, you guys are all I'm doing. You guys are my #1 priority for the next 6 weeks. Does Teachable have an app? No, but they need one. My God, they need one. We didn't decide on the time for Thursday, but we can do that now. How 6 p.m. CST. That should give people time to get home from work. I'm pretty open. I'm an entrepreneur. So whatever time you guys are literally all that I'm doing. So whatever time you guys say, I'll just change my calendar. It won't bother me at all.
7 p.m. CST.
How's 7, guys? I heard 7. We got a 7, 7:10, 7:10, 7:10, 7:10. We have 7:15, 7:15, 7:15. We have 7:15, 7:20, 7:20, 7:20. We got 7. All right. Here's 7. I'm seeing 6. How's 6:30? Is that a good meeting? All right. I see I'm flexible. 5 PST. Oh, 4 PST will be too early. Okay. Yes, I just saw a message too. If someone signed up for the course and they didn't get the link, please send it to them. Teachable takes time to update. So if they just like signed up, sometimes it takes like up to 12 hours for it to update all of the new students. I'm sorry that happens. But yes, if someone signed up, I know we had like about a dozen this morning. If it was today, you might not be able to start getting the emails until maybe tomorrow morning. So yes, please share. All right, I see we got some times here. Okay, it looks like the 6:30 is going to be working best for us. So it looks like we're decided 6:30 at 7. I'm sorry, 6:30 on Thursdays, we'll be meeting. All right, guys, we still have 3 minutes left. Use me. What do you need? So to get ready for this week, I'll tell you, make sure you're working on that life plan. It's already going to be in your course documents. You want to start working on your short-term goals. Keep it simple and easy. I'm telling you, just keep it simple and easy. And you absolutely need this because next week when we meet, we're going to review your life plans. We're going to review your goals, and then we're going to push into the marketing. We cannot even begin your marketing and your credibility packet if we don't even have your goals. How can we even start marketing if we don't know what your goal is? How can we market to someone we don't know, right? We need your goal. So get it in. I need that. Are we starting Thursday, March 17th? Oh, we're going to start this Thursday. So starting this Thursday, the 10th, we'll go ahead and start our first Q&A. And the Q&As will be filmed, guys. You guys, you invested in this. So everything that we have, everything that we do, you have access to. So any extra meetings, any bonus meetings, if someone says, hey, I need an extra training, I'm going to record everything and share it with everyone here. Unless it's, of course, personal, something like that. Then, of course, I won't do that. All right, y'all. 2 more minutes left. Don't hold those questions in. Y'all know I was a teacher. Y'all know we're good for. I'll wait.
So I guess now we're, hi everyone. So I guess now we're just gonna go on to our mortgage takeover on Teachables and go through the 5-minute videos, the 12 steps, and just kind of do whatever you tell us to do on the video and have that prepared for Thursday. So how much of that do we need to have done by Thursday?
I would say all if you can, but the main things will be your short-term goals and that life plan. If you have those two things, you'll be fine.
Okay, thanks.
Question. And yes, that is true about the format as well. You just go to Teachable and it's in order. You'll watch the videos. I suggest in order, but of course you can skip around. And then at the end, it'll give you just a quick assessment. And then after a section, it'll give you the assignment, which is, I keep it very simple, a comment or a email or something like that.
And then again, to clarify, we're sending our homework, I guess, to the info email. That's where we're sending it, to the info.
Yep, you'll send it to info@jacksoninnovates.com, but only if it says email. The Teachable app will tell you. It will tell you like if this has to be emailed to your professor or if you can just do it right in the platform.
And then one last question regarding the Facebook group.
Yes.
Are we gonna like request to be in the group, or are you gonna add us? How does that work?
Yes, you cannot request to be in the group. So I manually will put each person into it.
Okay, I'm not on Facebook much, so I guess intentionally I should be on there every day. I'm not on there.
I would say just check in on Thursdays if I were you. I would say
Okay.
check in on Thursdays, and then your curriculums are uploaded every Monday at 7. So I would say maybe check in Mondays at 7 and Thursdays at 6 will be my suggestion.
And one last question. How do you know what our Facebook, and like, how are you find us?
I just use whatever email you signed up with. That's a good question.
Oh,
If your email is different from Facebook, please put it in the chat. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I need to add that for the next cohort.
I gotta double check. I don't even know.
Yes, good question. Yeah, please make sure it's matched. I don't want to be friend in the college you.
Yeah, my email is different on Facebook than the one I sent.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Mine is
Yeah.
old. It is
Because
glitched.
I've been on Facebook forever, and the email I use to do that, I rarely even check it, but I didn't change it when I changed emails.
Oh,
I mean,
damn.
I'm on Facebook a lot, but I didn't change the email address.
Okay. You know what? That's so funny because mine is still from 2005. But yeah, just put your new one in the email and the chat here, and then we'll get the new one put in for you. And I'm going to be doing that now. So you guys should be getting dings this evening for your Facebook invites. All right, guys, it is 7:02. So out of respect for your time and mine, I am going to hop off. I am so ready for y'all to see this course. It should be uploaded now. So once you get off now, Teachable should have already got it ready to go. Take a look, click through, and I'll see you guys again on Thursday. And I'll also be around on Saturday. In the beginning, I told you guys, if you're a 9-to-5-er and you just cannot do weekdays, I have been there, I understand. So I'll also see you Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So Thursday at 6:30 is our normal time. Saturday at 10 a.m. is just our overflow, just, you know, extra. If you couldn't make the Thursday, I will be there live with you on Saturday as well. You don't need to come to both. It'll be a repeat, but definitely come to one of them. All right.
And the Saturday one will start not this Saturday, but the following Saturday?
We'll start this Saturday.
Okay, because I know it's every other, right?
Yep, every other. Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, if you need me, hit me up. You got the syllabus now. Your course is loaded. Get started. Go play, learn, live, laugh. And I'll see you guys on Thursday, and we'll talk more about that practice property that we have. So please get your work done this week. So Thursday we can focus on marketing and getting some houses. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off, and I see you Thursday at 6:30. Bye, guys.